going to flash some fabric in front of you. We've got 4 examples. And I want you in the description box below to vote for sample number 1, 2, 3, or 4, okay? Woo!
There's an old curiosity shop. Every once in a while I go by there for the fond recollections that lie there in that old curiosity shop.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Scott from the Old Curiosity Shop, and welcome back to another antique and collectibles thrift haul. I will tell you right now, nothing that you are about to see is for sale. I'm keeping all of it. Well, you know, until I get tired of looking at it. But yes, most of these things are probably going to stay in my own collection, especially the examples of Art Deco. So I've got, maybe about 10 items here to show you, and they all pretty much range from the 1920s, 30s, and 40s, which is the area that I mostly it's the area in which I like to collect. Okay, so we're gonna start off. Oh, and we're gonna have a poll, P-O-L-L, to find out from you, the audience, which fabric I should use to do some restoration on something, and I'm going to show you that as well. So I want you to leave those comments when you get a chance in the comment box below. I'm going out for dinner, but I will have my cell phone with me. I don't look at it when I'm sitting at the dinner table with people. No. You know, you slip away. The majority of these items I just recently picked up. But I'm going to start out with something that I got in the summertime and did not show you. If you know much about 1920s lampshades, and who doesn't, you will know exactly how rare these are. Don't they look like window valances? They sure do. This was commonplace in the hallway, in the dining room, over the fireplace. These are clip-on parchment lampshades. They date to the 1920s. That means that these things are they are knocking on the door of 100 years old. I'm knocking on the door to 55. These bad boys are knocking on the door to 100 years old. They are absolutely amazing. This kind of thing simply does not survive. Now, I did some cleaning on this one. Haven't done any cleaning on this one. We can see the floral pattern underneath, and there's, we turn it around on the back, and you can see the wall sconces that would hang in the hallways and whatnot. These would clip onto the candlestick part, or the socket, you know. And then this is parchment paper, parchment cardboard. You know, they call them parchment shades. And these are adjustable, so they slide, yeah, okay. And this will slide on your little wall sconce, okay. And when the light comes through, you get this really nice floral pattern. Now, notice the difference between that one's cleaned, this one isn't. You get oxidation on anything, even old cardboard or parchment. And on the inside, see how I scratch it away? This is blocking the light, and it's keeping us from seeing the floral pattern. So that's the reason why this one, I took a steel wool and cleaned all of this out very carefully, not to damage the inside, but to get that oxidation off. And then when you put a light bulb behind it, it really looks nice. So these I bought this summer at a flea market, and I don't remember what I paid, but this is rare. If you've got a house and you've got antique lighting from the 1920s, this is amazing. You simply don't find these, and you know it. You and I both know it. I mean, parchment just doesn't survive like that. Those have been tucked away in some attic for ages. Okay. Now, a piece of Art Deco. I hope I didn't blind you. Made of aluminum, and this is made by the Kensington Company. We can see how geometric it is. And aluminum was one of those, the modernists, the industrial designers of the 30s loved them some aluminum. Tubular steel, lacquered surfaces, glass, chrome, blue glass. These are all modern, and very much in style, right around 1935 or so. Probably a bread tray. So Kensington aluminum. And nice. Look at this. Now, you know I'm not going to part with this. It's Deco and it's green. It is a big planter. It's cream on the inside and green on the out. Look at that wonderful Deco design. All around. All around, all around. Come home. Now, who made it? I haven't had a chance. What do you see? Well, let me tell you what I see. RRP Company, Roseville, Ohio. But a nice big, can't you see a big old snake plant in this on top of a console radio? Everybody had that in the 30s. You cannot find an old photograph of an interior without one of those doggone snake plants. And some of you call it mother-in-law's tongue. That's not very nice. I don't have a mother-in-law, but I still would just call it a snake plant, although I don't really care. Snakes are fine as long as they stay where they're supposed to stay. Now, this held vinegar. Was it White House or Whitehall? I think it's White House. White House vinegar. And it had, I don't know, it either had a cork or some kind of a stopper in the top. Now, we see that green color that reminds us of what company? Even before we turn it upside down. What companies were making glass in this green color? We know Anchor Hocking was making their forest green, which is a little deeper, a little richer than this. Yes, Owens, Illinois made all those Hoosier cabinet shakers and jars and everything. And who made this? Owens, Illinois. But the pattern is cameo. And that pattern on that glass there is the cameo pattern. Do you see it? See the cameo, the little dancer right there? But when we look at the bottom, there's the Owens, Illinois mark right there, plain as the nose on your face. Can you see it? Plain as the nose on my face. Yeah, so Owens, Illinois. And yet it's the Anchor Hocking cameo pattern. Vinegar. What am I going to do with this? Every time I buy a new bottle of vinegar from the grocery store, pour it in there, keep the vinegar in there, in the refrigerator. I put vinegar on everything. Okay, now you're going to fall out of your Morris chair when I show you this. Does anybody sit in a Morris chair anymore? Look what I bought today for $15. I don't have my glasses on, I couldn't see it. $15. What is it? Well, it's a mixing bowl. It's in the vertical ribbed pattern, Jadeite. Notice it's almost semi-translucent. Well, you probably can't. I don't know how well you can't see that. You'll have to just. No, I don't think I can catch it in the light to where. There, you see how you can almost see through it? Now, it's unmarked on the bottom, but who made 90% of the Jadeite between 1930 to 19... Notice I said 50. Well, I hadn't said it yet. Between 1930 to 1950. Jeanette, McKee, and Fire King, or Anchor Hocking. Anchor Hocking got there late. And their Jadeite is a different shade than this. It's a different color green. And of course, they made mostly, not exclusively, but mostly tableware in their Jadeite. And they continued making it into the 50s. But the Jeanette and the McKee, 1930s. McKee is marked quite often. They made one table set in the Laurel pattern, which I think came out in 1930. Jeanette didn't make the tablewares. They made mixing bowls and shakers and reamers and leftover dishes and thus and such. So this is a 6-inch Jeanette vertical ribbed mixing bowl, of which there were 4 or 5 in the set. I don't remember offhand. And that's what this is. And this is, we're stuck in the early 30s on this one. No chips on it. It's clean. It's good shape on the inside. This was a fantastic find. I don't know what they're selling for on the internet auctions, but there you can really see the fire through the bowl. Excuse me. But you'll find a ton of Anchor Hocking bowls. Not that easy to find the Jeanette. So this was woohoo! That was a good one. I have either 5 or 6 of these. They would have come with a cocktail shaker that also has the stripes on it. The painted stripes on it. So I'm only showing you one. This is the 30s, and there are 6 of these. Or 6 or 5, as I said. All right, not a whole lot here. You know I'm always buying, because I collect and repair antique radios and so forth. It's been a good week for radios. Here's another cute little set in a, faux, I don't know, alligator hide, I guess. Skin, it's not real skin, cabinet. And it is, you see no electric cord. It's a battery set. It's a little portable battery radio. Can't you hear Joe Stafford right now? With a plastic, some type of a plastic grill here. It may or may not be Bakelite. Wonderful to have the original knobs. A little bit of an Art Deco design or modern design on the dial there. And I have not gotten inside of this yet. I think this might be an RCA product. It's hard for me. I think it says Traveler, or Traveler, portable, Traveler, portable. It might be an RCA product. I have not even taken the back off yet. It could be totally corroded where the batteries were, or the inside couldn't. We might even find an old battery in there. But probably made right after the war. 1946, 47, I'm not sure. Because I didn't look up the model number, but by the style of it, that's about right. Look at this. This I just found today. This from a 1930s breakfast table. It is made in Japan, of course. It's Art Deco. We've got these 2 pictures on this matching tray. I'm going to turn it this way carefully. And one was for tea, the other one probably milk, and I'll tell you why in a minute. These could be oranges or just dots. The tray completely matches it. There are no chips or cracks on it. It's just fantastic. It's got that 1930s made in Japan mark on the bottom. And we'll notice when we look at the two, we have two different style spouts. This one has the steam hole in the top, we can see right there, and the strainer on the inside. Okay, so there we know you're going to have your tea in that one. This one, there's no steam hole in the top. Those are the designs on the little oranges. And there's no strainer in there. Am I showing you the right way? Okay, there's no strainer. So this one, we're probably going to just be putting milk in there so that you can add some milk to your tea. But if you want to put hot water in this and tea in this or coffee in this or syrup in this, you can do whatever you want. But probably tea and milk and the matching tray. No damage. That was a great find. And I love how they fit right on the tray. I'm going to have to do a whole breakfast, a Deco breakfast table special. We're almost finished. A few lamps. These I just finished rewiring. These came, I don't know, a few weeks ago. I might have shown you these, but didn't do the wiring yet. Boudoir lamps, a pair in pot metal. Ignore the light bulbs. That's not appropriate. That's not what would be on it, but that's all I had to put in it for the moment. I have these two, and I did go ahead and do the reproduction antique cord, which I like to do, and I always use old Bakelite sockets. You know, I've talked so many times about keeping old sockets and restoring with old cord. It's that certain little bit of details matter. And I think they look really good. This set you saw last summer, but I just got the glass prisms for them. So you never really saw these with the appropriate prisms, and you're going to see them now. These are also boudoir lamps, and I don't know but whether you can see the prisms on here are an amethyst color, and I know it's probably not showing up. They're not amber, they are amethyst in this case. The shades came from that flea market in the summertime when I got a box of about 20 of them. These are original 1930s silk shades as well, which was an amazing find. And we have, I can't see close enough to know whether they've got wings or not, so we either have cherubs or putti, depending on whether or not they have wings. But they are busy banging on tambourines or cymbals or whatever. And we now have the appropriate teardrop prisms on there that hang. So these would be lovely as boudoir lamps on a fireplace or a buffet, but usually little lamps like this are meant for the bedroom. I love how the decorative flower sort of comes up and takes your eyes away from the socket that's up under there. So those are fantastic. Okay, now let me have a sip, and we're going to look at the very last thing. This is when you guys get to vote. I've got another lamp I've got to restore. This I have had for more than a hot minute, and I don't know if I have shown it to you or not, but you're going to see it for the first time or the second time right now. And there it is. Well, let me get back here. Okay, it will look like that. We have no socket. This is also like a pop metal or a monkey metal that has this wonderful patina on there that makes it look like bronze. It's sort of classical in design, and it comes from the 20s as well. Yeah, made in the USA. And obviously we can see this is the old silk shade, totally dry rotted, just like the Aronson lamp from a while ago. And we can see over here. So you can see the pleats were very loosely done. And again, it's got the frame on the inside that I need to take out. That silk is all hand stitched in there. So I'll pull the interior frame out, rip out this dry rotted silk, and stitch a new interior shade, get an old socket, and get electric wire on here, and we'll have this lamp put back together again. Now, remember, just because there is a gold color or mustard color, and this has faded, silk in this shade, that doesn't mean that I have to replace it with the same color. You could buy these shades with various fabrics on the inside. Some of them had patterns, some of them were just plain silk, and but you could get different colors, so it really we don't have to stick gold back in there. So, let's vote. All right. I'm going to flash some fabric in front of you. We've got 4 examples. And I want you in the description box below to vote for sample number 1, 2, 3, or 4, okay? Here we go. Sample number 1. Are we going to do pink, pink, pink? Pink, pink, you stink. This is cool. This will look just fine. And trust me, you will be able to see the light through these. Okay, so number 1 is this pinkish color. I guess I should get this back up here. All right, pink, number 1. Number 2, this, oh gosh, I'm not even going to say what the color is because everybody will flip out on me. I'll say the color wrong. Something blue. Okay, look at that. This would look nice as well, right? Jewel tones. All right, this is number 2, this bluish color. Now we've got this. This is really shiny. I don't know about this. Some kind of almost like a gold lame. But this would be okay. We could do that. Now don't worry about whether the light will come through or not. I've used these fabrics before and I've held them up to light bulbs and they will work just fine with the light bulbs. And then the last one, this is similar to that. This is number 4. Okay, this is number 2. This is number 4. This one has a little more green in it, yeah? I know it's not easy. This is more of a green tone than this. That's number 2. This is number 4, and it has a little bit of a shimmer to it as well. See? And believe me, the light bulb will shine through it beautifully. See? Well, I'm dropping rotten silk all over the floor. So, or number 4, all right? Quick review again, backwards. Number 4, what a mess, but I'm going out to dinner. Number 3, I still have to clean it up when I come home. Number 2, no, I got that wrong. Wasn't pink number 1 and this was number 2? I think I messed the whole thing up. Well, rewind it and do whatever I said the first time. I think this is number 2, this bluish color, this sort of colonial blue color. And I think pink, pink, you stink was number 1. That's not very nice to say that. Okay. So which one would you like to see inside of this lampshade. They're all basically jewel tones, and we saw colors like that in the 20s, jewel tones, and they're all a little bit faded. I think any one of them would look really good in that lamp. Now, I may choose the one that gets the most votes, and I may not, but I want to know what you think. Okay, that's it. Thanks for watching. Have fun shoveling out wherever you are. Thankfully, those of us, well, here in Jersey and Philly, we're just getting ice and cold, freezing rain, which is no fun either. But after that nor'easter last week, we didn't need any more snow. But I still hope that you are warm and well-fed and enjoying your Friday night and your weekend. That's it for now, but I'll be back in the next day or two. I'm Scott from the Old Curiosity Shop saying don't forget to vote for the fabric below, wait for the cat, and so long for now.